Parliament kuli deliberate tyebaddemu ku aim ya General Museveni okudemonizinga Parliament. Kati olwaleero n'amasanyalaze we gavaako mu Uganda ng'agamba Parliament yeggyeko amasanyalaze. Bw'oba otambula mu kibuga n'osanga jjaamu nga bakugamba olaba Parliament yereese jjaamu. Kakati buli kiriwo mu ggwanga bano bakireese temweyibaalamu okuseka nga mulaba nga bakuba Parliament. There is a hidden agenda. Lwaki muli statement za Mwami Museveni buli kaseera akastigatinga Parliament. Kuba naye yakimanya nti abantu ba bulijjo bawalana nnyo Parliament tebakyagyetaaga. Era naye kyasinze okukola yatadde leading role ey'okulaba nti akulembera okusaanyawo Parliament mu kugivumirira mu kugikola ki. Lwaki tayogera ku supplementaries Parliament zeeyisa oba ennyongereza. Kubanga njagala ombuulire nti omubaka wa Parliament wa wano afuna sente nyingi yeeyisiza bwesi. Kubanze buli wentambula wano mu kibuga ezo zonna arcade z'ababaka ba Parliament be bazizimba. Ezo arcade zolaba buli arcade gyolaba mu Kampala ya mubaka Parliament ati sente bayoola. Era ndabe emmotoka ezisinga ebbeeyi mu kibuga z'ababaka ba Parliament kubanga ekyo babibaleeteramu. Tewakyaliwo kipya Mwami Museveni kyakyabuulira bannansi. Ababuulidde buli mboozi eweddeyo. Kati gyalina okukola anoonya scapegoat eyamangu Parliament ate anaalumba judiciary yali asobye ku bulamuzi. Kati eno yali politics era nammwe abatadde wabeetaaga. Lumba Parliament gikube ate enkeera bw'omala Parliament tukyusiza amateeka ate gwagaye Parliament erina makulu ate gy'oddukira tukyusiza amateeka. Kati mujjukire tugenda mu constitutional amendments era amawulire genaakafuna agali latest ababaka b'NRM bano baminisita oluvaayo ababaka b'NRM batwala. Kakati abatwala n'abagamba eri nti mwe temufaayo mbafudde ekiso kya mbuzi naye nze nange nina ekyange kyembala. Kati kiri eri public okulaba nti ono avumirira Parliament. Why Parliament? Amasiga gali 3 agafuga eggwanga. Mulimu erya Parliament, ery'obulamuzi n'ery'abaminisita. Bo baministers be baatuula nabo abalaba bali matabuta ebirimu gitambula. Abalamuzi babalabe ebirimu gitambula kubanga zibuli wentunuulira amasiga gali 3 naye kyalimu akamozoola lyerino erya Parliament. Era eri alina okulikuba ennyo kati yafuuse scapegoat ye atwambazizza eddiba lya kamyu engozi tukwagule atwekweseemu bwati nti kuba Parliament ate nammwe n'abasanga nga gyayagala okubatwala nammwe gye mugenda. Kuba bw'ogamba nti abaka Parliament beeyongeza emisaala tewali wano sente zeeyongezebwako z'abatamanyiiko. Yakubuulira omubaka Parliament afuna sente mmeka kuba tusobola kukireeta bulanka. Yaligaye nti awo kumanye bano beeyongeza omubaka afuna milioni 2 ng'omusaala. Kuba ndalabye n'omusajja omu yawandiise nno mu lupapula lwa gavumenti ng'akola errors n'agamba omubaka asimanyi omubaka afuna milioni 6 ng'omusaala mu emitwalo 2. Nenjagala okumuggirayo ku pesiripu yake kubanza sikweka sente ze nfuna omusaala nfuna milioni 5 mu emitwalo 5 mu 7. Allowance zisinziira kati tetukyatambula. Kuba bano balowooza nti bongeza sente mu gundi mu commission ya Parliament nti tuzifuna direct. No. Kuba ye Mwami Museveni ayinza okulowooza nti batwala ekintu sente za Parliament jumula oba omnibus nti zino ze za Parliament nalowooza nti ze tugenda okufuna nga fomusaala. Omnibus ebintu birina okuba itemized. N'ababuulira naye mwennyini kubanga kati ffe navuga byabufuzi nammwe mukkiriza okubavuga mu byobufuzi ne mugaana okumubuuza services. Kati gwe nkubuuza oba baka bafuna sente nyingi lwaki omubaka bw'ava wano emyaka n'asavinze ebisanja 4 ogenda okulaba wayitawo omwaka ng'asabayo omutwalo oba emitwalo. Kye mwagala okugamba nti abaka Parliament balina amayembe ge galya sente zaabwe zabajja wano. So nze nsuubira service delivery government abantu bagita. Nze nkwa kyakulabirako ewange nakaseke nabagamba nti lwaki amakubo temugasaba Museveni amasanyalaze kuba yafuga eggwanga lyo amasomero n'entindo zino temuzisaba Museveni oba ekkubo lyonoletse nga bakugamba gwe tulabako Museveni tumusangewa. Kakati nange kukange kenfuna ate nzebo kankuwa ekyokulabirako. Very good example. Emabegako wano wiiki emu n'ekitundu naguze amabaati g'essomero baliyita ly'ekifampa government primary school nga amabaati gavaako ne gagwa olwa kibuyaga ne batafuna mabaati for some good time. Kati nabadde nga nebagamba omubaka waffe tovaano tuwa amabaati g'abaana bazeemu okusoma tebagenda somera mu kyangalo. Somero lya gavumenti nkwadde kyakulabirako kuba bawandika Ministry of Education nga terina kyebawa. Kati abaka ba Parliament we are the government. Local government ezaakolanga emirimu yazimma ssente himself. Local government kubanga mu government y'abantu etambula. Government erina okusoosowazibwa erina kuba local government kubanga yerinaanya abantu netugiwadde ssente ate n'ababaka ba Parliament obusente bwe bafuna ojja eri bw'okubirako enduulu wololololo kati bakubuulira omubaka afuna ssente meka nze tujjeyo ffenna pay slips zaffe tuziteeke wali bw'abanga ssente aziteeka mu commission parliamentary commission omulibasire alina okuzayitemayizinga kwanze njagala kuwa ekyokulabirako nze maze emyaka ebiri nga sitambulako ku ssente za Parliament bulwonda bantambudde mba ku ssente zange naye gwe bwondaba kunyonyo ogamba baabo bali ku ssente zaffe balya nze buli kyondaba nkola ekyange wano nkikola privately kubanga ssente zonna ezijja tuba tulina okusustaininga ebitundu bye tuvaamu tukola amakubo tuddaabiriza amalwaliro kati nagula ebitande nakaseke mu ddwaliro lya gavumenti nengula emifaliso ng'abantu beebaka ku busemiiti kakati wuuyo yagambye nti n'ambulensi temuziteekayo ababaka ba Parliament babeerewo baleme gula ambulensi nga ne gavumenti yagaanyo ziteekayo so kati ffe tufuuse kyeyiso kya mbuzi naye naffe tetujja kusirikirayo twagala sipiika atuweeko ku debate naye amuleeteko ku fulo twaŋŋange bagiyite in-house debate ng'omukulembeze President Museveni bamuwadde omuzindaalo gwe wali nga naffe batuwadde wano tumugambe tuwulire oyogera mu bantu nti no tufuna omusimbi sooka ogutemeeteme wano naffe tukutemeretemere tujje ku banka slips zaffe tujje pay slips zaffe naye azitunuulire golowooza twegomba ffe okubeera mu mbeera embi gye tubeeramu ebiseera ebisinga kubanga mwe bagenda ne bagamba ababaka bayoola naye ng'otunuulya gwe bagamba okuyoola n'omutuukirya naawe in reality nga naawe omulaba naye musajja wattu neyeeyiya bweyiya okujjako wano bagambe nti bakomisiona bayoola kituufu nange awo nzikiriziganya ne pulezidenti nti bakomisiona bayoola we batuula mu nanka yaabwe kuba lwe bayoolayo ebina ne bayoolayo ebitaano kati ne zino bayoola awo nzikiriziganya naye talina kuddira bakomisiona kubateekamu ffe nti ffenna tuyoola era ekyo tubadde twagala kumusaba olunaku olumu tujja kusaba sipiika batwetondere nga Parliament okutuliisanga kye tutafuna. No, the president is trying to demonize Parliament. Because I hear in every political statements he castigates Parliament that these people award themselves huge sums of salaries. It should be very clear how much does a member of Parliament get? Do I get 100 millions? Because if I come here, I am also sober enough. Because if you just come every time you are holding a political statement, you are castigating Parliament. For God's sake, what did the Parliament do to Mr. Museveni? Because he always uses Parliament to pass unnecessary supplementaries. I wish you could also have some time and debate about these unnecessary supplementaries which Parliament passes for the benefit of a smaller group of people in this country. So you come out and castigate me as a member of Parliament, you castigate Parliament as an institution. I think it is deliberate. There is a political motive why the head of state is ever castigating Parliament. Yes, you said we are ever increasing our salaries. How much can you be very clear and tell the public how much each member of Parliament gets? Because if I'm increasing my salary every year, that may seem that I almost get like 100 million as a salary. I am a member of Parliament. I don't want to hide what I get from public. My monthly salary payment is 5,570,000 shillings. So why should I lie? So in case he has...
You're saying it's only commissioners who are getting a lot of money.
No, it is not the all members of Parliament who are getting a lot of money. It is the commissioners. And it is the commissioners who are in the limelight of those who are getting 500 million, some are getting 400. Like for me myself, if you want my pay slip, I can show it openly. The allowances differ. Allowances of a member of Parliament who comes from the central differs from the allowance of a member of Parliament who comes from the north. So why is it that now Every time the president holds a meeting is ever bashing parliament. What did we do? In case there is something that went wrong, like for example, I just came to know they have increased SFC soldiers here. Why? That I hear there is someone who came and installed a TV set from parliament. Can you really steal a TV set from parliament if you're a serious person? Because even as we investigated, we heard that someone who came putting on a mask and then took away with the television. That's now they have increased SFC soldiers here. Why should you employ SFC soldiers here as if we don't have policemen? I've heard that most of the policemen here have been chased away, that they are not, their services are no longer needed here at Parliament. So if you are castigating Parliament, in the same direction, you should think about the good deeds Parliament has been doing for you for some good time. Don't think that every member of Parliament is just here for money. People are here to discuss issues, pertinent issues. Like for example, some members of Parliament are doing works which are supposed to be worked on by government. You go and fix roads, you fix bridges, you buy iron sheets for schools, you do whichever activity which is supposed to be directly done by government, these days done by members of Parliament. That's why if you go to voters, they ever tell you that for us we shall not wait for government because we don't see it. Our member of Parliament is the one we take to be as government, and so it's supposed to offer all the services which are supposed to be offered by government. So instead of castigating Parliament, there should be some time when you should appreciate what the roles of members of Parliament, especially currently, because you don't see government. The only person you can see on the ground is a member of Parliament. You kill the local governments by not giving them what they are supposed to get on time. So, and in times of quantities. So what does the local government do now? They are doing nothing because they are not well facilitated. Facilitate your member of Parliament, because like for example, I can tease you. I think all these arcades you see in Kampala belong to members of Parliament. That's why you say, hey, nobody mukuyola. They are taking baskets of money. If you had talked about commissioners, then I would agree with you. Even I would agree with the president. Yes, commissioners get a lot. They even award themselves with services, even when you ask the services they have done, which are beyond the members of Parliament, don't see them, but they get it. So if you wanted to generalize, that is totally bad. Let him be specific on which members of Parliament get a lot of money, which are the commissioners.
First of all, in my own language, we say when a thief has started to cry that the number of thieves has increased, you know there is a very big issue. I think the president is trying to use Parliament as a scapegoat. I personally would not accept unnecessary increment of salary for members of Parliament. But this must be unpacked in totality. First of all, it is the very president that has made service delivery not to reach to the real wananchi on the ground. And in turn, members of Parliament has taken position of the real services that the government would have given to the people. You find a member of Parliament is buying ambulance, is fueling ambulance. A member of Parliament is taking care of the sick people, is buying hospital beds, is doing work that necessarily would have been done by government on the salary that they get. So all this blame, first of all, we need to begin from the detail. Where did the rain begin to beat us as Parliament? However, on the same ground, I am happy that at the moment, the president has seen the problem of corruption in this country. The arrest of a colleague members of Parliament that we are seeing is a manifestation that indeed his eyes are open. But again, himself as a president needs to unpack his own budget. First of all, the president gets close to 2 billion from the national budget. close to 2 billion, trillion, close to 2 trillion. It gets that. And all this money are put under classified expenditure. Why would taxpayers' money be classified? Can we unclassify them for the people to see where the money is going? Like I've said, I do not support this issues of unnecessary increment of salary, but we need to look at where did the rain begin to beat us as this country? Why is service delivery not going to the people? Why is services being left in the hand of the members of parliament on the ground to fill the gap? We need to decide as a country, first of all, to ensure that corruption is fought to the dot. Corruption needs to be made very expensive so that people don't participate in corrupt activities. If corruption activities has been fought, then obviously I am sure that this country will run smoothly.
So it's now high time for government, for the executive, to ensure that instead of causing conflict between these two entities, works towards ensuring the vision of the
Yeah, I think it is high time that the executives and parliament need to coexist to ensure that service delivery is really channeled to the real person at the grassroots. It is high time that we need to work hand in hand. And it is high time that we need to join hands together to ensure that corruption is fought to the dot. It is high time that the president should also get to know that this country is not a family business, that he could put all his family members into the affairs of the country and they run like a kiosk. Doesn't make sense. And that is where the corruption is coming from. Because definitely if your cousin has stolen, it takes a heart for you to arrest such a cousin of yours. If your brother is bribing people wrongly, is bribing people to do wrong things, it is very hard for you to penalize your own brother. So the president needs to know that where he is putting his own family, it is the beginning of corruption. It is a clique being formed around the family. So if the executives accept to work together with legislatures, definitely corruption will be fought. And therefore, what has now begun, the arrests that we are seeing, should not only stop on members of parliament, should go even to ministers. They must be arrested. Even the president should sacrifice his own family members. Those who are engaged in corrupt activities, in corruption activities, they must also be arrested so that we know that indeed we are ready to fight this bad phenomenon called corruption in this country.
Thanks.